messages that I came back with after my near-death experience. And these were things that they weren't with me before, and as much as it feels like they've always been with me, these are not things that were with me until after my passing and coming back. And I remember very clearly, because I was doing a past life regression with Julia Conrad, who I was renting space from at Halo's Holistic Healing Center, and maybe this wasn't even the past life regression, maybe this was, I don't know, but at some point when I told her about my NDE, she was like, what messages did you come back with? And without even thinking about it, I said, we are all one, we are all connected, and we are all love. And she was like, I've heard those ones before, like, those are really common ones. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, how did she know that? You know, like, she's known enough people that have experienced near-death experiences to know that we come back with certain messages to share. And so I want to talk about this concept of we are all one. I think it gets misunderstood a lot in thinking that we are all one, like we all have to be alike. I think that is the opposite of what that message is saying. I think all three of those messages are connected, and I think they're meant to be almost in that order too. We are all one, we are all connected, we are all loved. And I think that's more so what it means. And I think for me, my understanding of the idea behind those messages is that just we are love. When we pass away, transition on, die, whatever, we're just love. And that to me is what God is love. Unconditional, overwhelming sense of love, acceptance. I want to say not forgiveness, but more so acceptance of you can't do anything wrong here on your earth journey. Even the people that we look at as some of the most horrendous people, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Nazis, Stalin, Hitler, like, maybe they were here to teach us something. And I still really, really, really want to pick Anita Moorjani's brain on that one and see what other ways there could be to possibly come up with to handle things like Hitler. Like, how did that situation been handled from the point of love, and get some of us together that have these overwhelming sense of compassion and see what we can come up with, like my love army idea. But the idea of being one, meaning like we are all love, but we chose this earth journey to find ourselves, to individuate. Like, we didn't come here to still be one, because we can do that on the other side. We can all be connected on the other side, and we're all still connected here. But I think a large part of it is honoring our soul's journey and loving each other on their soul journey, no matter what. Not punishing them, not hating them, not condemning them, because that's creating hell, right? But more so, I think it's about honoring our own soul and what we like and what makes us unique and what makes us an individual, and loving ourselves unconditionally. And Lord knows, I feel like we are often our own worst critic. a lot of times it's us who judge ourselves the harshest. And whether that's ingrained in us from childhood, I do think that's a large belief of mine. I find that we are often the ones who are judging ourselves the most harsh. And I think the idea of just that unconditional love for each other, because we are all one and we are all loved, and the person, you know, who's looked at as bad, maybe they're not bad. Like, maybe they came here and they chose, you know, this really, really difficult life path in order to challenge us to love them anyways, to find a different way, something other than war, something other than fighting, something other than condemning, punishing, killing, something different. Maybe that's why they're here, is to challenge us to find a different way to handle the situation and show that we are all one, we are all love, and that even that person is so deserving of love. And how can we approach them from an attitude of love instead of war and fighting, but honoring our own journey in the meantime too. So I guess this is kind of twofold, is being true to ourselves and being true to what we like, and being okay with that. Oh, somebody's waking up. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if any of you guys have received any of these messages or similar messages, and let me know what your idea is behind we are all one, and we are all connected, and we are all love. And of course I want to hear ideas of how you guys think that we can handle situations with love instead of fighting. And yeah, and then I'll leave a separate video and kind of talk about the idea of us being one, all being connected, and you know, like in how, like Joe Dispenza talks about like the healing groups, and Anita Morjani talks about the healing groups and how they get together and they meditate and they can help heal people that aren't even there, right? That collective and quantum and their ability to heal, you know, maybe like an idea like that. And does the person on the receiving end have to be willing to receive, or can we do it anyways? You know, I'm so curious to hear about your thoughts behind these meditation circles and prayer circles and healing circles and whatever you guys want to call it, and gatherings, and yeah, and then I'll leave a separate video on the idea behind being one but still being here, to find ourselves. I think that's it, is just the willingness to be ourselves and be loved unconditionally for it. And I do think a large part of that is loving ourselves unconditionally first. And I know I am still a work in progress, right? Because I think the idea behind loving ourselves unconditionally is so beautiful, and I think that is ultimately like the goal to achieve, is just to be yourself, just unapologetically, beautifully you, and what makes you you. And I know a lot of us empaths have a hard time, especially if we've been in relationships or surrounded ourselves with relationships of people where we're the ones always giving, and not being true to ourselves, that a lot of times it's hard to know even like who are you? Who is your true self? Like, what do you like? What does that even mean to be your true self? So I know a lot of you guys are asking about that. I know I was super lost, and I'm still finding out who I am, and so I'll leave a separate video on that one, but for now, let me know your thoughts on We Are All One, and I love you, and I hope you have an amazing day. And as promised, I do have the exciting news still coming up about some opportunities. I got one brewing for bringing Somatic Trauma Release out of Arizona and elsewhere. So keep listening. I think I'll announce it. I'm just kind of brewing it in my head, and I see it, and I'm envisioning it, and I think I'll be ready to announce it this weekend. So look for the exciting news then. Okay.